The COVID-19 pandemic has led to many changes over the past 2.5 years.
One of which might just be who we are as individuals. Did the pandemic change our personalities, and are those changes permanent? Good question. Jeff Wagner learned that one group in particular is more likely not who they used to be.
Do you feel like you changed at all during the pandemic?
I feel like I've changed slightly.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
When the COVID-19 pandemic turned our world upside down, it changed how we work, communicate, and interact with others. But it didn't stop there.
Probably got less social, not in a bad way, just by obligation.
Definitely went more into introvert versus extrovert.
Like my priorities have changed more than my personality.
As adults, our personality traits usually stay the same, but researchers found the pandemic created a shift. More than 7,000 people took personality surveys before and several times during the pandemic, focusing on 5 traits. As the pandemic dragged on, our traits involving stress increased, while our ability to connect with others, think creatively, trust people, and be disciplined dropped. A lead researcher hypothesized that in the pandemic's second year, with all of that support falling away and then the open hostility and social upheaval around restrictions, all of the collective goodwill that we had, we lost.
If there was one age group that was most impacted on their personalities, do you think it'd be young people or older people?
Young people for sure.
Why is that?
I feel like we are in the time of finding ourselves, especially at college and high school.
School specifically was disrupted, as were social gatherings.
I was glad to have been out of college and not dealing with that.
The virus was a higher risk for older adults, but experts say their lives are usually more stable than young adults. Pandemic aside, other variables could have impacted personalities at the same time.
There have been a lot of changes in the political landscape, for sure.
Contentious elections and upheaval over policing brought out strong emotions.
Do you think it's possible your personality could shift back to what it used to be?
I think it's possible, but for me personally, I don't think I will.
I don't imagine most people will get there for a little bit.
And I don't know if it would really be the goal to change back to who we were, because I think there's so much that we can learn through the changes that we're going through right now.
Jeff Wagner, WCCO 4 News.
Researchers say the personality changes that people experienced in the pandemic were the equivalent of what most would experience across a decade.
If you have a good question for Jeff, just email him through WCCO.com/links.